live. Hi, family. I know this is something very different that we're doing because normally we just, I'm hosting a podcast, but I'm not live. And so this is extremely different because we are live this evening with Wanda Harris, Master Teacher,
Mm.
author. I have your book here.
Oh, oh,
Uh,
wow.
uh-huh.
Forgot what I wrote.
And
Mm.
Wanda is going to be discussing what you see is what you get. But before we do that, hi, Wanda.
Hi, sweetie.
I feel like I
This
haven't
is,
seen you in a zillion years.
I know. Even though we've been talking, but seeing is different, I guess, in a way than talking. Another experience, but still an energy frequency, that we are putting together. So yeah, that's true.
We have to go out
Yeah,
to breakfast, to brunch, to lunch, and to dinner, okay? Because now
that
the
me that.
world is opening back up again.
Oh well, yeah. It kind of seems like that. Living in two worlds, well, for me it feels like a twofold experience because I deal with some people who are saying, okay, it's closing down again, and then in my world I'm saying, but it's really a new paradigm that's coming. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so probably the same thing, I guess. As you would say, what you see is what you get. So
What you
what you're
see is what
seeing is really what you're going to get, actually. So if you want to start right there, wherever you want to start, it's okay
no,
with
you
me.
jump. Hey, listen, you do what you do. The floor is all yours.
Okay, it's all ours. Okay. So welcome everybody who's ever listening or watching or hearing. If you want to get comfortable, maybe get something to drink or get a notebook or pen, whatever you want to feel comfortable with taking notes down, or I guess it's recording and you'll have the recording. I guess you can still record this and see it back. I really don't know. But yet the title.
That's about perception. What you perceive is will be the outcome of the situation. Correct?
Okay, yes. So a lot of people may hear it and say, "Oh, I hear it all the time," or "That's really woo woo. That's really another way of viewing it," or "I'm not in that lane because what I'm seeing is what I'm getting. What I'm seeing is really real."
Right.
And I like to say that what you're seeing, we've made it very real, um, because we are anchoring in what we are seeing.
Okay.
So, in other words, okay, if just say that I am driving down the street in a car and I go this certain direction every day to where I'm going. I take the same path there, and I just hold my eyes on just going straight to that direction there, and I'm not using my laser focusing anywhere but outside that gap. Um,
Okay.
so someone could be on the side of me, or there may be someone who is trying to show me something, yet I'm not seeing that because my viewing is not there, but yet they are there.
Right.
You see? So what you see is what you're getting. So if you hold that in front of you all the time, that person on the side may not have gotten your attention because you're holding that vision right there. And I like to say, what you don't see is what is really happening. Because we're holding to what these eyes are seeing. So I'm just asking people to go beyond these eyes on what they're seeing. Okay, they may say, "Well, I have eyes. Why not see?" I'm speaking of a space that you're
You're
seeing
on a whole
beyond the
nother level. You're on a whole nother level. You're now discussing
eye.
spiritual rim. Correct?
Well, yes, because really, when it all boils down to it, or not boils down to it, that is our purpose for being here. Always. We're here, we think we're here for this or that, but really we're on a spiritual mission here. No matter what job you're doing, it's going to come back to that sooner or later.
Okay.
You're going to tap into what you really are here for. You're going to find out what you thought you were here for, you're really not here for. So I just want to everybody to get a chance to think of what you really enjoy is what your mission really is here for. What brings you contentment? Maybe you like to communicate with people all day. Then you can be a communicator. Um, Things that really you enjoy is what your mission is here for. We may not be doing that mission, and we're talking about things this really like morally right. We don't even have to. We know that's the obvious. Um,
But
so
essentially, wouldn't that still be perception? Your perception of the situation? Because if you perceive positive things, and positive things will manifest themselves. If you walk around and you only see the negative in every situation, then you can't possibly think that something positive, even though it can. But if you wake up every day with that mindset, then you kind of manifest that as well.
okay, then we have to get into what positivity really means. Okay, people say, "Oh, uh, I'm speaking positive thoughts, and this didn't change." And I always say that if your alignment, if you are constantly saying that I want to experience or have more abundance, and every thought you think is about lack, you're not aligned.
Okay, exactly.
So
Okay.
it's not aligned. So actually, you have time or your inner time to check in to hear the thoughts that you've been saying to yourself all day long. What are those thoughts? What are you telling yourself? We are with the I tell people you always with yourself all the time. In
Okay.
that being with yourself, you get a chance to hear yourself all day long. You might as well be friends with who you are because you live with you 24 hours a day. So you want to get a chance to get a hold to what you're saying innerly.
Okay.
And then with that, action what you're doing outwardly. It's just so then you'll know, okay, what I see is what I'm getting. Now, I always say put the focus on what you want without what you don't want. We're too busy trying to say, well, I don't want this, I don't want that. We want to put the focus on what you want. Forget about what you don't want. It's already there happening.
All right. That's
Put the
well said.
focus,
Yeah, that's well
yes,
said.
put your focus. We stay too much on I don't want this. Put it on. I always ask people or people that I'm doing this process with, what do you want every day? What do you want? What is there? What do you want to um what do you want to achieve? What do you want in your life? If I want to manifest health, I don't want to keep talking about COVID. I don't want to yes, it's there. We're not trying to fake out what's there. It's okay. But I don't want to keep talking about that. I want to talk about what we do want. We want to be light illuminators. We want to be in great health. How's your vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D? What's going on there? So now did you find out about the new product that can really boost your immunity? Your thoughts. How are your thoughts every day about your immunity? Do you really walk around with a smile? When you're smiling, it changes the endorphins. Smiling really adds 10 things to your way of being. It changes your mood, changes your endorphins. Um, you feel more pleasant in your space. There are 10 different things that smiling does. I have it written down, but I've forgotten a lot of it because I constantly try to do those things all the time. Um, so you want to be able to talk about what we want. People say, well, how long is it going to last? I said, okay, I want to say that every day and every way, it is easing its way through. It is
What's
moving
easing
through
its way through? What are we talking about now? Just
whatever we're going through.
oh,
If we're
okay,
going, whatever we're going through, we want to really talk in the place of constant moving to where we want to be instead of
okay,
focusing on what's happening right here, right now. Yes, it's happening. We don't need to back the energy in that. It has enough on its own. So
okay,
what we want to do is back our energy in what we want to have.
okay. Well, that makes sense. Absolutely. Because if you continue to walk around and talk about what you don't have or what you need proceed. You're not going to take the necessary steps to bring
No, you,
forth change
because you're still
because
staying there.
because you're stuck in your present
You're
situation.
still you're still illuminating from there.
Okay.
You can call up 5 people, and they can still make your story live for you right there, and you'll stay right there in that story. Instead of when you call up another 5 people, I'm moving forward. Today, I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. I know that doors will open, even though I may not see them right at that particular time, but something is coming forward to me. If I make 1 step, 2 steps are going to happen. Once there's a revolving door, a closed door may come. There's an open door that's happening. I see myself already in the pathway of bringing to me what I really want to have. It is on its way, even though I may have some thoughts that's stopping me from thinking that it is. That's the talk you want to talk. I call it the rampage. Your rampage on you, about you.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that was really powerful. Right. That was powerful.
Yes.
Because
I do those things every day. Yes.
Even if you're in a situation and you don't see the light, there's light.
Right.
There's light. You just got to keep going.
I may not see the light, but I know the light is shining. It may be cloudy outside, but that sun is behind that cloud. Right. Always. It's going to shine when it's time. Doesn't mean it's not there. It is there. We are always there in that perfect perception of who we are in spiritual nature. We're always there. And everything that comes in is there to teach us that we are there. It is only there so we can really witness, be the truth, and remember the truth.
But now I have a question for you, though. So
yes.
My question is, for someone who's kind of stuck in their own way.
Let's use the word refrain movement. Let's don't use the word stuck. The brain knows it. Let's take a word it doesn't use. Let's use for stuck, let's say refrain movement.
Refrain movement. For someone who is experiencing refrain movement,
thank you.
What steps would you suggest they take every morning to see some form of movement in the right direction?
All right. Very good. So first of all, we would like that individual to speak life to himself or herself.
Now, what does that look like? Yeah, what does that look like? Right.
I'll tell you what I do. I wake up in the morning, and well, let's just rewind that because I wake up there because I've already been practicing this. Let's say someone who's just started.
Yes.
The first thing first, you must start to know and remember the truth about you. Number one, the truth about you means that I have to connect spiritually somewhere. I don't care where you connect in that spiritually. I have to have a spiritual internal based connection. Without that, there's no step.
So I need you to elaborate.
Yeah. So in other words, you have to tap into where your inner connection is coming from. You have to tap into that. Now, somebody may say, well, I'm an atheist. I don't have any inner connection. We want you to tap into even that part of you. Something has been the creation of the creator of all this. So it doesn't matter which something you tap into. That is your personal experience. You must have your own personal inner connection first. Okay. That means, say that I'm someone, I just woke up in the morning and I said, okay, the first step is getting my inner connection. What is my inner connection? What does that mean? Okay, so I need to really maybe start to read or inform myself. I have to start to inform myself of some knowledge about my inner being. So that
but for those who don't need to inform themselves, and they just gonna call out on God, correct?
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
For those, thank you very good.
Okay.
Now we're taking 2 people. Now that's for those who don't know, that it's existing. Whatever. The ones who do know, They're going to tap into that inner connection of they already know that they know. And I mean, you have to know that you know that you know. And if
Amen.
you are shaky in
Amen.
knowing that you know, you got to get unshaken in that. That
Amen.
means I have to talk life on this daily until I walk in that feeling.
Amen.
And I know it's
I
true.
got it.
Yeah.
Amen. You
I
just
have to
deliver the
know it's true.
word.
And
You
only
just
you can know,
deliver the word. Amen.
and only you can know it's true. We're not talking about religion. I'm talking about inner spirituality. You take whatever section you are connected to. You have to know that you know and you want to know. First of all, you got to want to know. Then once you want to know, the knowing automatically happens. I have to want to know. That's the free will right there. There you go. I have to want to know. For example, I was speaking to, I don't use the word clients, but I call clients miracle mates for me. I was speaking to one of the miracle mates, and she said to me, "Oh, I don't want to know that part about myself." And I said, "Okay, that's good that you know that. That's good that you do know that, because we can't move in that direction where you want to go unless you are willing to know.
Right.
Unless you're willing to know." And she said, "Okay, I'm going to think about it." I said, "Okay, think about it, and think about the direction you want to go there. You know, where you know, in that pathway. Be willing to want to know. And if you are having a conflict of being willing, you can say, listen, I want to be willing, but I'm afraid. I want to be willing, but I'm scared. I want to be willing, but I don't know how." We're just going to confess the truth. That's why they always said the truth will set you free. The truth doesn't hold you in bondage. The truth is there to set you free. That's
Yes.
why we want to hear about that.
Yes.
We want to know about that. I have to, people ask me all the time, even though I have miracle mates, I have one-on-one business with people, and they say to me, "Well, what do you do every day? Do you still?" And I said, huh, are you kidding? I said, I actually have to put all that first in my life all the time. So without that being first, there is no me even I'm not even active,
Yeah, because you
because
meditate for like 2 hours in the morning. I know that
I
you
do.
meditate.
Yes, I do. And meditation is just some form of is connecting to your soul,
Right.
connecting to what's there in the soul. So in the morning I do something, in the mid-afternoon I do something, and at night I do something.
I
Now,
know you do. I know.
people say, okay, well, you have the time. And I always say to them, do you have 10 minutes? If you don't have, everybody got 10 minutes. Everybody has 20 minutes out of their day. I guarantee it. If you're not worth your own self 20 minutes, I even tell people, give yourself 5 minutes. You really can start. You don't have to start that all day long as I do it. Let it guide you on what to do. But yet you have to connect. That's the first step for the person who know.
But you have
Connect
to be
there.
able to find time for yourself. That's a must. You have to be able to find time
And
for
it
yourself.
doesn't, and the funny thing about time, I don't tell you something about time. When you really, 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 I'm doing really a lot, really want to have that time, it will show up for you. It will show up. I'll give you a
What
prime
you put
example.
into a situation is what you get out of it. Period. What you
And
put into a situation
and
is what you get
and
out of
it's going to guide you. It's going
it.
to then open up for you. That's how you have to have a personal revelation with your own self and your inner spirit. It must be. It has to be personal. Um, but a way to make time. Don't think about I'm not putting in enough time. Don't start there. That's starting at the descending mode. The
Okay.
ascending mode is okay. I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to do 5 minutes in the morning. God, I
Mhm.
did 5 minutes. Great. After you do it, tell yourself, oh my goodness, I did five. Five was good. Then you're going to go, okay, maybe I can do five at night. Start off. Acknowledge yourself, though, after you accomplish it. Because then what's going to happen? Time is a creative thing. Once you start to set the time and want to do it, it will start to clear out your space so you can do it.
So that's the first
Mhm.
step. what is the
Yeah.
second step? Because give us like 3 steps for the beginner. So what is the second step?
So the beginner, the ones that already have the connection. Okay. So number one for beginners who know they have the connection, and for beginners who want to start the connection, step number one is for both people to
Okay.
connect or
Okay.
find a way to connect for them. Okay. So
Okay.
after you find a way to connect, then I would say step number two would be the part that you've connected to. You have to have a feeling with it. You have to feel what you've connected to is real for you. So in other words, just say I'm going to speak to the one who's already connected. Say that I
Okay.
know, I've already connected. I've done my prayers. So I'm going to ask for a sign. Both can do this. I want to ask for a sign to really demonstrate that this is real for me. Now that means the sign could be anything, just a sign somewhere.
Okay.
And you're going to wait for a sign to show up. It may be somebody may tell you something, you may hear something, you may see something. Then you're going to know that it's real. It has to be a thing that you've connected to that is going to show evidence in your life that it's real, and it's real. But you have to. This is the point. You have to follow through for your own participation. So
Okay.
that's two. So then, after you know that, then I guarantee you're going to start putting in more than 5 minutes a day. You're going to say, "Oh, this is okay. I'm going to do 10. I'm going to do 10 in the morning." So then, and the third step will be let the process lead you. 3 simple steps. Once it starts to leading you, the refrain movement is back in the past. You're moving. You're already moving because it's already now showing up for you, and you can follow. You can follow a lead way. You see, when
Yes.
I ask, okay, I like to use true stories about me. Um, so I wanted, I was, um, when I don't feel 100% peace in certain things, I know that that's only a signal that I'm ready to let something go that did not serve me. I already know that. You see, and once
Okay.
you get to do that, you're going to know that that is what it is. And I wanted to get a relief around it. So I know if I ask for that, everything under the sun is going to show up in that avenue so I can clean it up. So, in other words, I'm aware to know now that if I ask for something, to get to the clarity part of it, all the old clothes are going to show up. So I'm already prepared to know that it's going to show up because I'm cleaning it out. I asked. So I'm asking, okay, what about this is not true or real? Show me, demonstrate for me. What is this? Where has my mind got off cue in this arena? So I now know once I ask for that, that now it's going to start showing up everywhere. Not for me to get upset, for me to go, oh, there it is, cleaning out. There it is. I see. It's all coming up. I always say anything that comes up is on its way out. But
Right.
I asked.
Right.
So what we ask for, we don't mean what we ask for is going to all be crystal clear. We ask to get clear so all the old uncrystal clarity can come up to be relieved. You see?
Okay.
So
I
what
got
you
it.
see is what you get. So if I'm holding my eyes on what I really want to see and what I ask for, then whatever is coming up is on its way out. But my seeing is beyond what's cleaning up. My seeing is still locked into the avenue of what I really want to see.
Okay.
Yet this is a byproduct of so I can be free and clear to see and clear to realize and clear to know. There's certain things I ask every day. I say I want to see beyond what my eyes are seeing. I want to see the truth in every situation, no matter what may be appearing before me. So those are 3 easy steps. And that third step after that, it'll start to guide you because now you're building more energy in that arena. and you're trusting. Something is happening while you're doing that. You start to trust. You start to be in more contact of that inner, and it's there, but it's only there if you participate. You must be a participation in your blessings. You must be a participant.
So you have
Gotta
to
be.
put one foot in front of the other. Definitely.
Yes. Yes. And it's almost like if I know that I know that I know that I know for sure that what I want wants me, I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. I don't care what it appears to be. See, I have to know that I know what I want wants me, because why am I here? I'm here to deliver a service. That's why I said you got to go back to your mission on what you're here for.
Right.
Yeah, because we are all diamonds. We're all diamonds. We're all diamonds. We just have to maybe polish a diamond, or I don't know, maybe shine it, or or but we are all
Appreciate
diamonds.
the value, or appreciate the value of
Yes, we are all diamonds. You I could never do it. We're gonna prove it right now. I could, and all the diamonds are all in a basket. No diamond. We got the big diamonds, but all of them are diamonds, actually. So it just holds more probably emphasis. Okay. I could never do what you're doing right now. You are a natural, Carla, at what you do. When I first met you, you are a natural. You had this. You had this from day one. You knew how to interview. I've watched you. I've heard you. I could not interview. I'm not that.
Because you don't have the patience. You don't
Oh
have the
my God.
patience.
And you know what?
I
And
know that you
it's
don't. I
not,
know that you don't.
and it's not in me to do what you do. That is such, you can take a subject or a Q&A like Barbara Walters or Oprah. Yeah. And just connect. When I first met you, I said, this is a gift. I saw you do it.
Yeah, because we were in the
And
gym, remember?
you.
We were in the gym. We were in the gym
Yes.
together.
Yes. And I'm so enamored because you do it so well without any type of, you just
Because
flow.
I like interacting with people.
I'll
I
say that
really
again.
like
Say that
to
again.
interact with people. I like
There it is.
interacting with people.
That's what I wanted you to say. Now you like it. I like what I do. I'm privileged. We're privileged to do what we do.
Yeah.
You
I
like
like
people?
interacting with people. I love to hear people's
Yes.
stories, because your
Yes.
story could help
Yes.
someone else. Even if you think it's trivial and or minute, it is still your story. And at the end of the day, we made it through. We made it to the other side. So it's important. It's really important to hear people discuss their opportunities, their challenges, their successes, because at the end of the day, that's everything that we experience make us who we are. So
Exactly.
I really like to hear that type of stuff. Now, I can't tell you that it happens all the time, because there are times that I just want to shut down, because I don't really have to use my cell phone, even though I have two phones. I'm not really on the phone a lot because I don't like to be on the phone a lot, and I really don't like to text a lot. Sometimes I just need my space, because when I'm really working, I'm working. And you know that.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes. So you are that, you love what you do. That's why I say the drawing board. When you love what you do, that's your mission.
Very much
Because you
so.
love it.
Very
It's
much.
naturally there. I could never do what you do. You really move this into a place of natural. That's
But
your
we're
ability.
not done yet, because this is just the beginning. I mean, when you
Yes.
think back to a year ago, so if you
Yes.
think back to a year ago to where we
Yes.
are now, to the things
Yes.
that are planned for 2022, it's mind blowing. It's
Yes.
mind blowing. I just
Yes.
got an email this afternoon from an opportunity that I didn't seek out, and I'm just blown away. I'm still blown away.
Wow.
I'm
You forgot to
blown
tell me.
away. I am blown away because
How nice.
don't even know what to say. I'm just blown away. I'm blown away. So
I have to hear about that. I didn't hear about. You didn't tell me about
no,
that
yeah,
yet.
I didn't tell you about it yet. So to piggyback on to, what you kind of spoke about earlier, you have to know that you know that you know, and
You
you
gotta know.
definitely have to put one foot in front of the other,
That's
because
right.
if I take 19 steps forward, I'm sure that God is going to pull me 40 additional steps. Okay. You just have to
Exactly.
know that you know that
You
you
have
know.
to
And
know.
things may not work out when you want them to. Okay. Because our timing is not like God's timing.
Nope.
But the saying
Nope.
is, He may not come when you want Him, but He's always on time. Okay.
And
How
yes.
about that?
And if you know that you know that you know, does it matter? If you know that you know that you know, does it matter?
It doesn't, but sometimes you get impatient because you know what your calling is, and all of these other little trivial things around you are some. Sometimes it feels like it's just holding you back because you're not moving as fast as you want to move.
And
But
that's a
when you know that
perception.
you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's a
That's a
perception.
perception. What you
Absolutely.
see is what you get. Now, if you hold your, I like to say this, if you just say you go to a movie theater, and people can use this too, and keep in your mind a curtain on the movie theater,
Yep.
and keep in mind that whatever you want or whatever you're achieving or you want to achieve, that curtain is right there and it's always up. That means you're going to always have that vision. It's always there waiting for you.
Right.
And if you keep that vision right there, I have
Right.
that vision myself. No matter what comes in the vicinity, that curtain is always waiting there. So the patients will start to naturally move into some other space.
I've
The
gotten better.
impatient.
I've gotten better. I've gotten
Oh,
better.
I know you have.
Please.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell. Yeah.
Because
And and if you remember this, and everybody remember this, the world is a classroom. Everything in it is your teacher.
yeah.
Every
Very well said.
interaction, the whole world
Very well
is a
said.
classroom.
I've gotten better because, when we first met,
You're doing
you
so well.
used
You have.
you used to school me, and you used to school me. I mean, because every day we talk on the phone. Every day we talk on the phone. And it's just
Yes.
from the things that you said to me, I had to step back and really just look at things. And it makes sense.
Yes.
So I am a different person now than what I was when you
Yes.
first met me. Definitely. I know that.
Let me say this.
Well, certain aspects of me.
Right.
Yeah,
You are
certain
the
aspects
same
of me.
person,
Yeah.
yet you evolved into the person that was really there.
Yeah, certain aspects, certain things that I definitely need to work on, and patience was one of them because God knows that I did not. I did not
Wow. Hey, look. Hey, I
at
always say we're here to grow and expand. And
all.
after that, there's another growth moment. After that, there's another growth moment. Then there's no end
At all.
until then.
And
No end.
even if someone gets under my skin a tad bit, you'll just spin it to a whole nother avenue. And when you're done spinning it, it's irrelevant because it is irrelevant. Like we have so many other things that we have to think about and do. We don't have time for that. We have no time for
No.
that. We have no time
And
for that.
and if you put your focus on where you want to be instead of what just happening now,
Yeah.
it's going to eradicate itself.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't hold any value. So
Yeah.
what you see is what you get. If you hold your eyes on what you want instead of what you don't want, and keep the focus on what you do want, then what you're going to see is what you're going to get. And if you keep holding your focus on
Yeah.
what you don't want, what you see is what you're going to get. You're going to don't want any more of that. You're still going to get more of that.
Exactly. So it all kind
Yes,
of ties into the same thing. Well,
yes.
I appreciate you and I love you and I talk to you every day. Okay.
I love it so
Um,
much.
but we are getting ready for the Women's Empowerment Conference. And when I tell
Oh,
you
yes.
that the panelists that I have lined up for this conference will definitely, I am just so thankful that I was able to get everyone together to participate in this event because the brilliant women that were selected to participate for the conference that are on the panel are going to deliver.
Mm.
I just hope that when folks walk away from the 2-day event, they will walk away feeling inspired,
They will.
feeling renewed, uh,
They will.
that they have a new sense of who they are and where they're going, and know that this conference in August, which is on the 21st and the 22nd, it starts at 12. They should end at 5. I just hope that they feel that even though the conference ended, know
Yes,
that we're working on bigger things in 2022 to pick up where we left off at.
that's so good. It's gonna be exciting. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. So I
Mm.
love you. I appreciate you. Thank you
Oh,
for
me
taking
too. I love
time
you
out of your
so much.
evening to hang out. We haven't done this in a while. We haven't
I
done
know.
this in a
I
while.
was so happy when you said we're gonna go live. I said, okay, good. I get a chance to see you, and
Yeah, we
it's
haven't
gonna be
done it
so
in a
good.
while because, you've been busy, you've been traveling, I've been traveling. Just getting ready for the conference is a ton of work, a ton of work,
I
uh,
know.
a ton of work, but every day I learn something new. So it's been a lot,
Yes,
but I'm thankful for
yes.
the experience. I'm
We're so
thankful.
grateful. We're
Yeah, I'm
grateful for
thankful.
all
I'm
these
thankful to
opportunities.
hang out with you
Yes,
today. And
grateful.
we'll be
Thank you.
back on before the 21st and the 22nd. I want to shout out Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl is really all about empowering women. Miss Cheryl contacted us when we landed. We had landed in Jamaica, and she was sending emails about, how could she be a part of the conference. And at the time, I had told Miss Cheryl, well, we're out of the country right now, but we will get back to
Yeah,
you when we get back in. And Miss
yeah.
Cheryl continuously sent correspondence because she did not want to be left out. Now, I just have to
Okay.
say, once again, I thank Miss Cheryl because we went from being overseas to coming back in the country and then just being overwhelmed with the support and love that we were being showed. We were actually backed up in reading emails,
Wow.
and we were backed up in answering text messages and phone calls, but she was very consistent. So I want to shout out Miss Cheryl. Because Miss
Oh,
Cheryl
please.
actually
Yeah.
sent me an additional email and said, "Hey, I have friends that would like to participate. What should they do?" So I will send Mrs. Cheryl an email, from me thanking her once again. I'm gonna send her a little something special, but I just wanted to shout her out today because
Very nice.
it looks like we definitely have her on our roster for events that we will
Oh,
have in the
is she here on the link now, Michelle?
No, she is not. She is not
Okay.
because I just posted this today because normally the events I like to post weeks in advance so that people are aware. I don't really like to do the pop and shop type thing, like pop,
Okay. Okay.
like create an event the same day. I don't really like to do that because people are busy, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna reach back out to Miss Cheryl, and I will definitely shout her out during the conference because it's folks like her who will definitely aid in us getting or reaching the people to the heights in which we want to go with this thing. So I just wanted to say
Okay.
thank you.
Good. All right.
Do you have any parting words, ma'am?
I do, and these words are always on the back of my head all the time. It's on the tip of my tongue. Everywhere you go, just everybody, just leave a blessing everywhere you go. Leave a blessing everywhere you go, entering or exiting. Those
Thank you.
are
We
the words.
appreciate you.
Yes.
So we're gonna link up soon again. But once again, I thank you so very much
You're so
for
welcome. Thank
uh,
you.
jumping on this evening. I love you, and we will
I
speak soon.
love you too. All right.
Bye.
Bye, babies. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.